Welcome to Beyond Our Focus. I'm Stefan, this is Amanda, and this is Breaking Prisms, where we go over Black Mirror, which is done and over with. We took care of that. Go watch it. It's all there. The full, how many episodes it was? 22.
Yes.
And then we rated them. So go check all that out. Twilight Zone, which comes out on Tuesdays, which we already did. So you can check that out too. And of course, the one we're doing today, the reason you clicked on the video, Love, Death, and Robots. This one has death and robots.
Death and robots, yes. Oh, well,
It's
it
a little
had
love.
love. It had
Little
love.
love.
Come
Little love.
on. Family, community,
Exactly.
and relationships.
So, kind of have it all. Has it all.
Lots of love.
The three symbols for this one was a mug,
Yes.
representing had to be tea, because they were definitely drinking tea.
I know.
No, what were the other two?
Oh, I thought you were trying to just rub that in.
Mug.
I kept saying coffee. It was mug, barn, and cow.
And cow.
Yes.
Yeah, cattle.
Cattle.
Cow.
Barn.
Yeah, cow. Orange,
Barn
moo,
and moo.
bull, maybe, I don't know.
My original thing was coffee, barn, and moo, but then it turned out to be tea. So
Yeah, it was definitely
my
tea.
immediate thought is coffee. Coffee.
I mean, it could have been coffee. Could clear easily, but it
But
was very obvious it was tea.
Yeah, the tea
was very
bag paper on
clearly.
the outside.
So, top level thoughts for a moment here. It is about farmers defending their family in mechs.
Yes. So,
And these mechs, very similar to the kaiju.
we're not starting that again. I don't know.
Oh, no,
No
it's the
No.
kaiju was the one attacking them, right? All those little ones, little bitty kaiju just. I can't know myself. Anyways,
You're such a jerk.
I know I am.
Don't listen to him. Ignore the thing over here.
Ugh.
We'll have a conversation.
It's a joke. If you know, you know. Most of you don't know, so it's fine.
You're so petty.
I am. I really am.
so petty.
I really am.
Okay, continuing on, pushing this garbage out the window, back to the episode that we're supposed to be filming.
We are.
Okay, so yes, top level, it is these farmers, they have mech machines, they're able to, not sense, it's not a sixth sense or anything, my bad. It is,
Technology that
have
senses.
Yes, they have technology that senses when these creatures are going to be breaching into their community, their farm, their little area thingamajig.
Yes. And they have to defend that. And that's
Yes.
what the episode is about. It is insanely video gaming.
Oh, yes.
Down to me, the graphics are more video game-ish. They're not as high-polished of stuff we've seen before. Actually, I don't think it's high-polished as any of the previous episodes. They're a little more cartoony. Gives a cartoony feel to it.
Yeah.
But then getting into the mech and then killing the bugs and everything else. It's like, it's a video game. It's 100% a video game.
I really liked the coloration that they used for this episode because it's like, it almost felt hand painted. Like it had almost a traditional kind of colored pencil feel to it compared to like the dark CGI that we've had or the Witness, which was just, woo.
It was much more colorful. I think it was to give it more of it almost felt like a Saturday morning cartoon type deal, and then the bugs show up, and then things get dark.
Yeah. I think that's about it for top level as far as we can say without telling you what goes on. So
cool action. I think voice acting as far as the characters go. You actually I felt for the characters.
Yes, I did.
Especially one particular character. We'll get into in a minute. But I thought it was really well done. I think it's a very good episode.
I think from beginning to end, it brings you into a nice feel. Like it starts out kind of just mellow, and then
Another episode I think that could make for a really cool little miniseries.
yes, or a video game. You can make it into a video game.
Anything to get more about what's going on in this world. This could very easily be the farm is your hub base, and you have to go out and destroy these bugs, and there are waves of bugs, and you have to do that and come back and collect and get more gear and go back out. And
we need this now, guys.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Set it up for us.
So, a rating.
Rating. So, as much as we've praised it, it is up against a lot of really solid episodes.
Well, I think the other thing that makes it so good is that, is there anything you could give it a negative?
Not really. As I said, besides the generic, for me, that is huge for me as far as creativity-wise goes. We've seen tons of mechs before, but they did add a country feel to the mechs, which I liked. You could tell they were mechs that these people pretty much built themselves, like back in the shop. Like one even looked like when he was built. When he first got into it, you're like, this is a tractor. It is a tractor, and then it turns out to be his suit, and you're like, ah. But
I didn't mention this is episode 4, by the way. I don't think I mentioned
the episode's called Suits.
And it's called Suits, exactly. That I think we failed to mention at the beginning. So, episode 4 called Suits.
Oh, okay. So now that we got that handy dandy information.
Yeah.
But it didn't have enough. As I said, for me, that is a strong point as far as creativity. I like to see new things. So, being that we've seen mechs, we've seen this same style of insect alien thing in a lot of different stuff. So for me, it wasn't the highest of the really good episodes that it's up against, but it was not. There was not enough negative in it at all.
Well, the thing is, I have less qualms with the genericness in your opinion. I just think, again, I don't think there is any real negatives.
Yeah.
There's nothing about the episodes like, why'd they do that?
Oh God, no.
It was all like, this is very enjoyable, and it didn't go on long enough to be like, to give me anything that was negative.
Yeah.
So, we really enjoyed it. So, rating is going to be, I'm going to keep pushing these imaginary cubes on until eventually we have enough.
Day.
God, we got to get more.
We're going to end up with paper ones eventually.
Something. You got to say, buddy. If we knock you off, then there's a 0, and I don't know what we watched to get a 0. But, so we're going to just flick one little cubie off.
Yay.
So, probably...
So imagine the rest of them here.
Yeah, the rest of them.
Phantom Kubies.
So a solid 4, probably a low 4 compared to some of our other 4s.
Yes.
I think The Witness was more enjoyable. I still think The Witness was really cool.
Yes.
Really, really cool and very unique and different in a lot of
definitely.
ways. And, of course,
Three
Robots is just great. 3 Robots is great.
A lot of new stuff. A lot of, I have no idea what's going on. Like, it's not like you can tell from beginning to end what's going to happen with that one. No. And, of course, the characters, which, oh my goodness.
And then Sony's Edge was insanely good. Still our favorite episode. But there are some other great episodes coming.
Yeah. We'll get there.
We will get there.
We just had to get through some rough ones, too.
There's some rough ones in between, but we'll get to that as well. Yes. Anyways, 4 out of 5. Moving into spoilers. If you haven't watched this episode, go watch it.
Yes, definitely.
I didn't pay attention to the time, but I think it's like 12 minutes.
It goes by really fast, though.
It does.
Whatever time it turns out to be, it doesn't feel like it.
It's like, again, but it's still, realistically, it's only like a 12-minute episode at most. So, there's not much there. Go watch it, come back, and then jump into spoilers with us.
And let us know what you think. Always.
Always. Unless you hated it, then just go away.
No, you tell us. We want to know. Don't listen to him. If you don't agree with us about our rating, let us know. We want to know what you actually think about it, because it's really cool to hear point of views as far as negative, positives. Some people will hate things, some people like things. I know some people didn't like The Witness just because of how all over the place it was, but that was fine.
Yes. If you disagree about Kaiju, keep your mouth shut. Anyways,
you need to keep your petty tail. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you.
Moving into spoilers.
Hope you guys have rejoined us. You've gone and watched this wonderful episode. Our 4 out of 5.
So, spoilers. These bugs attack. They go out into the field, which personally, I really like the characters. I really like the old lady.
Yeah. Yes.
I liked her mech. I liked the 4 legs that it had. I liked her mech. I liked her. I liked her personality. Yes. Out of the characters, I just steer towards her. Video game, I'm being the old lady. Okay, I like her. She was cool.
I'm a very derpy person. I liked the kind of the dopey artistic. I think his name was Jake. No, or is Jake the main one? I don't remember.
Don't remember their names.
I want to say Jake was the...
Again, we spent 12 minutes with all these characters.
Hey,
it wasn't quite enough to catch everyone's name.
Either way, he is the dopey artistic neighbor who happens to build them a scarecrow, and it is a very interesting looking scarecrow, and you can tell for sure his mech is hand built. He's been trying... He has pieces that are totally different colors from each other. Like, I don't know. I liked him. I liked him. Which is part of the spoilers.
So yeah, they get out there, start fighting, to which a giant portal opens, and hundreds of thousands of these things come out. There's so many, it's not even funny.
No. A horde. It's an entire horde.
To which the wives, essentially?
Yes.
But even, I don't know, people who don't control mechs. Because there were families going into these things. It wasn't only women and children. There were actually men in the background as well. Going into the bunker.
Oh, well, yeah, they said people and their families. So, get them to the bunker.
Why don't... We need as many people on mechs as possible.
Maybe you can't afford it.
We need as many people on mechs as possible. You're living on a distant planet in a bubble, being attacked by aliens.
You don't know this at first.
We all need mechs.
One, you don't know this at first. You don't know you're on a planet until it's the very last minute of the show.
We don't know they're on a planet.
Either way. Two,
they know they're on.
Two, we don't know how long they've been there.
I don't need these excuses for these CG characters.
I will give these excuses to these CG characters.
I'm saying everyone needs a mech.
And I'm saying we don't know how long they've been there.
Child, dog, get them all mechs.
It's not how it works. I'm sorry. It's just not.
Work that way. So, anyway, the wives ended up sending some ammo to help them out. But they get overwhelmed. Your buddy fella.
I want to say his name was Jake.
At the moment, his name is Jake. We don't know his actual name, but it's going to be Jake at the moment.
But yes, at first they tell him to run, to go to the bunker, because he was out reloading his ammo, and they just told him, we're not going to make it, go ahead. And so he just busts through, drops the reload canister, and says, you guys reload, I got this, I can take it. And he gets overrun.
He doesn't take it. He doesn't take it.
He does for a good bit, though. He has that powerful laser weapon, and it just goes... And then...
Not enough.
Yeah, it wasn't enough. So poor little guy gets overrun, and he decides to blow his canister, his reactor. So.
Yes, which reminds me of Pacific Rim, where they do something similar to that to get rid of one of the kaiju in the movie.
Oh my... If you say kaiju one more time...
Those were kaiju, okay?
I don't care.
They are called kaiju.
We are not watching Godzilla. We are not watching Pacific Rim. Leave the kaiju alone.
I love Pacific Rim. The first one's amazing.
We are watching Suits. We are watching Love, Death, and Robots.
With lots of mini kaiju running around.
Okay, I want to shank you with this pen.
But anyway, he blows up, kills a crap ton of them. Oh my god, he probably killed most of them with that explosion. So he
also damages his buddy's bot, though, because his buddy wanted to run out and get him, and
that didn't work. Didn't work at all. And then boss battle time.
Yes.
Because 20, 30 times the size of all the other ones. Could we call this a kaiju? It's really big. It's really big. I'm pretty sure you could classify that one as a kaiju.
Maybe. That one's pushing it. That one's...
Is it big enough?
That one's closer, okay? But still, I don't technically think it's a kaiju, okay? Simmer the hell down.
So it burst in and starts running and attacking and going at it, to which apparently the mechs weren't damaged that bad because they get back into battle.
Captain's wife... I don't remember anybody's name except Jake, apparently. But
they're all Jake.
Wait, was one of them Lori? One of the wives?
It sounds right.
I don't know. Either way,
we get a giant cannon that pops out the roof of one of the farm things.
Yes. Which apparently was supposed to be a surprise and for their anniversary, and now it's in use. So
it's in use. So she blasts the bug one good one. Doesn't do anything yet. To which he decides that we gotta blast the bug in the mouth.
Yes.
So I'm gonna open the mouth, and you gotta shoot it inside.
So yeah, that goes well.
Yeah.
It does a nice setup for a, I guess, leave you in suspicion, leave you in suspense. There's the word. There's the word I'm looking for. Either way. By, of course, she shoots it in the throat. Everything goes blast, boom. She looks like just hell on earth. And then
they cut back and they're like, oh, she's on the porch alone.
Looks pretty sad, except old lady doesn't look as sad. So
no, she's sad. But the wife, who would be sad, looks sad.
And then, of course, the husband walks out.
With some beers handing to everybody. She's just sad about the situation and homegirl's husband dying.
Hank was the main guy. Yes. Woo! I remembered it because she said, you should go talk to him, Hank. Or, you should go talk to her, Hank. Now that the episode's over, I remembered his name.
There we go.
So you got Hank and Jake, I think.
And old lady.
I
don't know her name. She was an older lady. That's all I got.
That one I'm never going to remember. So.
She kind of reminds me of an older co-worker.
I know who you're talking about, but
no, you don't. Because I don't think you worked with her.
Really?
Actually, I know you didn't work with her.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Because for
me,
it
was way before your time.
For me,
unless you got somebody else.
For me, she reminds me of someone else. But anyways.
Anyways, so yeah. But yeah, again, that's where I think the voice acting was well done. Him talking to her about him passing, all that stuff was sweet and nice and
And of course, he ends up liking the Scarecrow.
The Scarecrow.
Which did save them.
Did help them. And then that's when we get the zoom out, and then we see that they're on a planet with these little bubble shields over certain sections, and just millions of these little bugs on the planet.
And it's not Earth. It is clearly not Earth.
Oh, clearly not Earth.
I would guess maybe Saturn? Is Saturn the one?
Saturn is the one that we most famously know with the rings.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
So it looked like it could be Saturn, or just any other random planet that they think, oh, it'd be cool to put a ring around that planet. Yeah. So, but it's clearly not Earth.
Yes, it's just everything looks dead, and you have these bugs just crawling all over the bubbles. And it's like, you know what, guys, you're not gonna last. Just throwing that out there. I'm sorry. I want to say I believe in you. You're not gonna last.
Come on, they've been doing well so far. They're totally gonna make it.
They almost just got annihilated in one night.
Hey, one guy died. One guy. Mm-hmm. And you had this giant kaiju attack him, and it didn't work.
And that is the end of our episode, guys. You can reach him somewhere. Somewhere, but don't reach him.
Always reach me. Reach me anywhere you want. As always, you can reach me at Stars and Travel. Reach Amanda at KZ Pup. Reach the show at Beyond Our Focus, everywhere, including YouTube podcast services around the globe.
Maybe in space.
Maybe. Let us know what you thought of the episode. We enjoyed it. Let us know what you thought of the other episodes. Go watch them all. This is a great show, great series.
Once again, let us know what you guys, how you feel our ratings are, if they compare to yours, if you guys would give them lower, give them higher. I know during Black Mirror we had someone who actually commented giving their list of their ranking, which was really awesome.
Yes. So once we get through this, we'll do the same thing, because it'd be cool to rank them. But, I mean, it won't be hard to know where our rankings kind of fall, but they may vary.
Well, we thought that, too, about Black Mirror, and then some of them were quite surprising, so.
But anyway, leave some comments, like the video, because it always be great. Subscribe to the channel if you made it this far, because apparently you liked at least some, so subscribe. But, any final thoughts?
Yeah, we're good.
Till next time, long days and pleasant nights.